So top 10 player and arguably the GOAT if he had two good knees. Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers have very lofty expectations, if you ask me, because that team is arguably the most complete team in the Western Conference as we speak. But we're going to see Gil's Arena and Gilbert Arenas and some others disagree. Let's get into it.
Who you have in the starting lineup that's gonna give you firepower?
Yeah. You got James Harden and Kawhi Leonard.
So you gonna play them 40 minutes?
Well, you already have a formula that's been there for 3 years. It's a 3-year formula.
That's us at the not young.
And you can't take away Zubac. So you're saying Harden, Kawhi, and Zubac with a young John Collins, and you throw somebody else like a Derrick Jones or a Boggy in there to play your defense and let Bradley Beal be your Norman Powell, because you're going to need that.
They tried him coming off the bench in Phoenix, and that shit was a
You don't need to do that to him.
It was.
Yeah.
Like Bradley.
So that's already lie number one. Very quickly, Bradley Beal performed well off the bench in Phoenix. I don't know what they're talking about. And to suggest that this fantastic Clippers roster does not have firepower when you have Hall of Famer James Harden, you have Bradley Beal who just got over here, you have Kawhi Leonard who's playing in the preseason, looks absolutely phenomenal. You have Zubac who should have made an All-NBA team, right? And you have Chris Paul as your backup point guard. You also just acquired a stretch five in Brook Lopez. This team is going to score the ball and relatively easy, you ask me. Not to mention that you have Derrick Jones Jr. who can hit a corner three during the regular season. Chris Dunn can do the same during the regular season as well. And they got the Collins. John Collins is also on the roster. So I think that they're going to be one of the 10 best offenses and defenses this upcoming season. Continue.
Bradley Beal might average 20. Yeah. He averaged 18 last year. No, starting.
No way.
They need the firepower.
Yeah.
James gonna be a facilitator.
Like James gonna be, what's James gonna be probably option 2.
John Collins is aggressive.
He's gonna be aggressive. He's shooting that thing.
He's aggressive. You throw the ball.
So that's what you need to
He firing it.
Like that. Like if they play this right, they can fuck around damn near be up there top 6, 7 in scoring. If you play it right, because John Collins gonna put them up. And then you let Bradley Beal and then Kawhi doing his thing, James Harden playing a little bit faster.
Then why were you just questioning the firepower of the team then? He just said they might mess around being top 5, 6 in scoring. Why was he? I agree. So they got plenty of firepower.
Like that sound like Phoenix.
They still
no.
Sound like
Phoenix is
by February. I'm gonna be like,
Phoenix had 3 guys that scored 20.
No, they had 3 ISO guys that scored 20.
Yeah.
ISO.
So what's the difference now? Is Kawhi not an ISO guy?
Nah, he's a system guy.
Oh my Lord. So Kawhi Leonard's not an ISO, hold the ball on the fucking perimeter and do his thing.
Nah, quick shot. He's one dribble.
James Harden, is he an ISO guy?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's not no more.
Not no more?
It's a weird ISO, but it's to me. But I can give it to you.
Please.
He more system than
So now what Tyronn Lue's going to have to do with Bradley Beal is put him into what? Actions, right?
By the way, if he's trying to get off this idea that James Harden, or you can't play with James Harden and Kawhi Leonard, number one, Kawhi Leonard can operate on and off ball. He's a good catch and shoot shooter. He can come off pin downs and get to it, attack a closeout. And James Harden is one of the best facilitators this game has ever seen, and one of the best pick and roll players this game has ever seen. So no, we don't have to worry about, because James Harden and Kawhi isolate a time or two, that, Bradley Beal can't get his game off. He just played with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant and was averaging like 18 on like damn near 50, 40, 90 splits. Let's continue.
Because he's not an ISO guy. Brad Beal's not an ISO. He's a come off down screens, Klay Thompson type. So if that's not our offense, and we're talking about the starting lineup, that means we're going to have to change our whole formula.
How you think Powell got scoring?
He was off the offense. He was off the bench.
No, he started.
So did the
when
Clippers
Kawhi was out?
That was the whole season.
Did the Clippers get better, or did they get worse?
That is true. Last year, that was all season. But didn't Rashawn McCann starts off the video saying, let Bradley Beal be Norman Powell, and then is confused, like, why can't Bradley Beal score like Norman Powell? You just said, let him do what Norman Powell did, which was score off ball action. I don't. Bradley Beal is going to be fine in LA, bro. That whole team is going to be fine offensively. They understand the talent on that roster. They understand how good each other are. They're going to be fine. They're going to be fine offensively.
I think they got better.
Huh?
Did they get
I think they
worse
got
or
better
they
than
got
last year.
better?
They got old.
They just moved
They
this.
got older.
They just
got older.
moved this
How?
table.
They
They
got
just
older.
moved this table over
How?
there. And
That's
put
what
that,
I'm saying.
Put that table over here.
That's all
and
that
put
happened.
this table over here.
No.
And put that table where that
Brought
was.
Bradley
You know,
Beal,
you know,
you brought Bradley
So
Beal.
how
and
that shit look a little bit
Foul.
better? How old was Foul? How old was Foul?
Norm got to do what, 30? 31?
30. I knew I should have put that right there.
Put a flower.
32.
They put a flower on this table here. They took the ashtray off of this one. I'm like, yo, you know what?
Norm Powell 32 to answer your
Thank
question.
you.
But this team tied for third in the West, obviously slipped to fifth
Man.
with tiebreakers. You think they can replicate that and be at that level again this season?
No.
Sure.
No.
Okay. Can you says no?
No. Hell no.
Hell yeah.
Because I think other teams got better.
That they did.
I think other teams got better, so that's.
So it's Brook Lopez and Bradley Beal.
But the Clippers also got better. What? To me, I'm gonna be honest with you. The Clippers should 1,000% have championship aspirations. Let me tell you the reasons why. Number one, they have a talented roster, and they have one of the deepest rosters in the league. They're almost 10 deep, Paul? But they're 10 deep. I don't understand what's the problem. They were a good team last year, just like Gil outlined, Josiah outlined. They were third, finished fifth because of tiebreakers. They had the third best record in the league, in the West last year. That was with Kawhi Leonard only playing 37 games. And again, Kawhi Leonard has been playing in the regular season, and might I add, looks amazing. You still have James Harden on the roster. Zubac is going to do nothing but get better like he does every single year. You added the position that you were desperately needing, which was a 4 in John Collins. You have another creator and ball handler now off the bench. That's another position in need on the roster that y'all needed in Chris Paul. Now, Chris Paul is old. Yes, some of these players that they signed are old, yes. But I also think it's okay because they're not asking them to do a lot. Right, if they were asking Chris Paul to come over here and be their starting point guard, fairs, understandable. If they were asking Brook Lopez to come over here and start at center, fair. But these players, these former all-stars, former really good players are now just being asked to come off the bench and play against bench units. Why can't they do that? Bradley Beal, I know he gets hurt a lot, fair, but he's not some, old guy hanging on by a thread. He's relatively still young, and he's still a damn good player. They have offense. They have defense between Zubac's one of the best rim protectors in the association. They have Chris Dunn, who's one of the better perimeter defenders in the association, let alone also having Derrick Jones Jr. to help with that as well. Kawhi Leonard is still a very good defensive player himself. Brook Lopez, although he has definitely lost some mobility, still can contest at the rim. They have offensive pieces. They have defensive pieces. And might I add, they also went 7 with the Denver Nuggets, who also took the champions of last year's 7 games in the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think, personally, if the Clippers are healthy come playoff time, they should be competing for a championship because they are that good from the start of that roster to the end of that roster. They should have those kind of expectations. And truth be told, if they don't, then that shows the fall off in some of these star players on that team who I get told when healthy is still one of the 10 best players in the world. And yes, I want to discuss this very quickly. These other players, Kevin Durant has now gone to Houston. Kevin Durant now has expectations because that young team finished second in the West. Mind you, the Clippers finished third. Kawhi Leonard didn't even play half the season. LeBron James gets Luka, and even on a broken roster, they still have expectations. Why? Because number one, it's Luka, but we also want to still put expectations on a 41-year-old LeBron James because Luka's on the team. But for whatever reason, Kawhi Leonard continues to escape expectation. I don't know if y'all remember when Kawhi Leonard first got to the Clippers. And we saw the New Balance commercial with the crown keychain dangling from the car, from the ignition. And what has he done since then? Absolutely nothing. While also missing a lot of time during that period of time. From 2020 up until now, there are seasons Kawhi Leonard isn't playing more than 60 games. There are seasons where Kawhi Leonard isn't finishing the playoff run. But we want to hold KD accountable because, oh, he's been on that team and that roster and that team. Look how good these teams are. Look how good the Clippers have constructed teams around Kawhi Leonard. And they've done such a good job to, at this point, they could win regular season games in one of the most competitive conferences we've seen in a long time, even when the so-called best player doesn't play. So I don't know what these other people are going to do. But for me and my house, we're going to hold the Clippers and Kawhi accountable because this roster is good enough to get it done, and he's good enough to get it done. And that's why they brought him to LA to bring a championship. Let's get back to the video.
That they did.
I think other teams got better, so that's
So it's Brook Lopez and Bradley Beal. We asking if they moved the needle.
No, and Collisons and
Kawhi.
And Kawhi.
So
And
this
Kawhi
Kawhi
actually
didn't
playing
play
more
in
than
the new addition.
Kawhi didn't
No,
play.
I'm saying as far
yeah.
as the new additions, Brook Lopez
but healthy.
and
You
Bradley
got to say
Beal.
a healthy
Kawhi.
You gotta-
Because this is the first year he's actually
You have
going
to
into the
put that
season
in.
healthy.
going into the
Been
season.
playing in
So this
preseason
is yeah,
games.
this is
Did
first
he get
season.
all his money? He got all his money.
Yeah.
All
No,
his
checks,
money.
the checks was clear.
He's getting all his bread for his show job. I don't know
So for
about
him
the
to
no
be here
show.
opening day,
Yeah, so this is the
it's
first
a
time
big
he's actually
deal.
been healthy.
And but still, they still old as shit though.
How many years has it been before he actually came into the season healthy? This like at least 4 or 5.
Years.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Yeah, so-
that's gonna take a toll.
So that's a new player.
Yeah, that's
They've added.
They're like, yeah, we got Chris Paul. They're like, we got Kawhi.
Man.
Healthy Kawhi.
Damn.
I agree. I completely agree. They get to start off this season with a healthy Kawhi Leonard. They have talent up and down that roster. And the Los Angeles Clippers should have championship aspiration. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Make sure that you click that description. Click all those links. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and make sure you hit that link to the playback room. That's where we're streaming at right now. And most importantly, like, share, comment, subscribe. And until next time, it's been real.